you ever wondered about a coconut? Why does a palm tree make a coconut? Well, in actuality, it's a huge seed. It's not really meant for us to eat the coconut meat and for us to drink the coconut milk. That's nutrients for the young palm tree. Inside here, I don't know if you can hear that, that's coconut milk. And that is the nutrients for the seed to start to grow into a palm tree. Here you can see the leaves coming out. This is going to photosynthesize for the young tree. Here's the roots going down to get nutrients and water out of the sand and soil. As it gets bigger, the coconut itself starts to shrink up, and the leaves of course get bigger. That's what that coconut milk is for, to provide the nutrients for those leaves until it can get big enough to make its own food. And if you look around right now, we're in a palm tree forest, huge forest filled with mature palm trees, and they are making the seeds for the next generation on top. Believe it or not, these coconuts can be dangerous when the wind blows, so you don't want to hang out underneath them too long. But really an amazing adaptation for life out here on the beach. These seeds can actually float around for a couple years out in the ocean, ready to go, those nutrients inside there, and then a huge storm surge will throw it up onto the beach, and it will sprout and grow into one of these amazing palm forests in this tropical wonderland we call Costa Rica. Okay, science students, today we're going to talk about ecological relationships. As you know, we've been studying symbiosis, which is a permanent relationship that two organisms have with each other. And there's three main types. One you're familiar with, parasitism. That could be a mosquito taking your blood. It wins and you're losing. One organism is gaining while the other one is losing. A leech, a tick, lice, all those types of things we know commonly as parasites. The other type of relationship is commensalism, where one animal wins and the other animal gets nothing. It's pretty neutral. That could be, for example, down here there's lots of cattle, and there's a bird that follows them around. It's called the cattle egret. Now the cow, when it moves through the grass, moves a bunch of grasshoppers and the bird eats them. The bird gains something, the cow doesn't really win or lose. So that's called commensalism. The third relationship is called mutualism, and that's where both organisms gain something. And I found this fruit to demonstrate that. Here's a fruit that humans have a relationship with. In Spanish, they're called mamones, and in English, we call them Chinese leckis, a strange fruit from China. And our relationship with most fruit is a mutualistic one, where humans benefit and the plant always benefits. So I'll open one of these up and we can talk about how. Get into it like that. Now inside here is a delicious fruit. It's sweet, it's sugary, it's a delicious food. We recognize this as food. Now the plant makes this in order to entice mammals like us or birds to get the food, to get the fruit and eat it. It's delicious. Excuse me while I eat all the fruit. And then I pull out the seed. Now, the plant just isn't nice. They don't just give us all that sweet fruit for nothing. They want us to do a job, which is to distribute that fruit, or excuse me, that seed to a new location in order to sprout another tree. So this is its reproductive strategy. It gets mammals and birds to distribute its seed far and wide. And as you can tell, this is a Chinese lecky. It's here in Costa Rica, so it's working quite well. People liked it enough to move it all the way across the oceans. And then what I'll do here is I'll throw it off into the woods, and it might grow a new one. So go ahead, Mamone, good luck. Hello, science students. Here I am down on the beach in Costa Rica, and I just found some interesting things washed up on the beach. These are actually plants that are alive, and they've dropped off the mother plant, which is a red mangrove. They literally float around in the ocean like this until the waves throw them up on the shore, and then hopefully they land in some mud and they will sprout an entire mangrove forest from just one mangrove seed pod like this, and it's actually sprouting right now as we speak. It's ready to grow. It's ready to turn into a tree. All it needs is to float through the ocean and land in some mud. Hello students, here we are at an abandoned building right close to the beach. And if you remember us talking about succession, if you leave it alone, nature will start to take it back. And the climax biome for this whole region is a rainforest. You can look up here on the roof, you can see the rainforest starting to take it back. Maybe 50 or 100 years, this will be a full rainforest and this building will be completely destroyed. That is, unless somebody cleans it up and gets the plants from growing all over it. Oh, look at that vine starting to grow up it. Whoa. Spines on this palm will keep herbivorous animals from eating its leaves. Ouch! Ah. Here we have some adaptations on a tropical tree to keep predators from eating it or even climbing up it. Look at those spines. Ouch! Don't climb this tree.